Oh, oh, hang on. You can't see me. Hang on. What have I done? Hold on. Hold on. Hide. No, hang on. Why can't you see me? I'm here. Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry about that. That was very weird. I was like, I'm definitely here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Authentic, Weird and Witchy. This is a Sunday session. What that means is we are going to be doing some tarot reading live here on the channel. Don't forget, if you are brand new here, you do have to be a subscriber in order to comment. And we have slow mode on for the moderators, which basically means that you're only able to comment every 15 seconds. So don't please spam the comment section, because the wonderful bots from the YouTube land will absolutely kick off. So yes, good evening to everybody. Hi, I hope you're very well. So you may have noticed, you may not have noticed, depending on what you're watching this on, I have a very bright, colourful eye look on today. I have blue, pink, white, and underneath I have yellow. Hang on, yellow, white, purple, and black. So I have the non-binary flag on under my eyes, and I have the trans flag on top of my eyes. We are represented here behind this there, look, with the Progress Pride flag, because today is the 20th of November, which is T-Door. So for those of you that don't know, T-Door is the Trans Day of Remembrance, which basically is an international day where we acknowledge the passing of trans, non-binary and gender diverse people through murder, basically. So we acknowledge the fact that many of our siblings don't survive it into the age of even 34, which is a shocking statistic, and we acknowledge those that have passed. So that's why I'm doing this today, just so that we just so that we basically acknowledge it. I'm not going to make a huge deal about it. That's not what this channel is about, obviously, but I just wanted to make people aware if you weren't already. So that's what my eyes are about. I've also got the lighting behind me. It goes pink, no, blue, pink, white, going in the same way that the flag colours do here. So then, yes, that was a bit of a downer, wasn't it, really, to start? I've got to say, the cancer stroke health update video has gone live over on the other channel. There is going to be a pretty major update that we are going to film tonight. I had this cystoscopy and there were some incredibly interesting results, which I'm going to talk about later on. And that video hopefully will be edited and up ready for, I'm hoping, for Wednesday at the very latest over on the other channel. If you don't know, if you look on the YouTubes, just have a look for Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty on the YouTubes. That will take you to the other channel. That's where we do Slimming World content, health content, makeup looks, things like that. And hopefully we're going to be doing more of that in the months and stuff to come. So yes, we're going to hopefully be doing a bit more of a regular doodah, a regular update, a regular, what's the word I'm looking for? A regular routine, a regular schedule. That's the word I was looking for. Bloody schedule. Anyway, today's t-shirt is a Killstar t-shirt. I'm loving it. It says, without having to stand up, everything is better with a little magic. I totally believe that, entirely, 100%. Oh, thank you. Kirsty's just put the details over there. Anyway, it is time to say good evening to our lovely moderators. These are our spanners, is what we call them. They are our moderators on this channel. They keep the channel safe for all of you that come and join us and get your tarot readings. The moderators keep the channel safe and secure. So they also keep it friendly, and it's a nice community space. So if any moderator asks you about your age or any other details, please confirm that in the live chat. If they continue to ask you and you don't reply, then you won't be getting a reading, unfortunately. We're going to kick the list off very, very soon. I've got 2 reserves in from last week. If those people are here today, then the moderators will give me that information. So then, how this works, this is a tarot reading channel. This is a tarot reading session. So basically, if you would like a free tarot reading, all you need to do is be subscribed to this channel. Just do that little thing there. Like, just hit the little subscribe button. Oh, excuse me, hit that button. And then after 5 minutes, you'll be able to ask your questions. So we're going to open the list in about 7 minutes time at 1:15. So it gives you time now to hit that subscribe button. And then once you are a subscriber on this channel, you get to call yourself a wonderful weirdling. So a weirdling, what is a weirdling? It is literally a student of weird. Weird is a word that is an ancient word that describes the web of weird, the interconnectivity of all things, which is where the magical realm exists. So then, you don't need to know any of that. You just need to hit that subscribe button and you'll become a weirdling. Yes, indeed. Thank you for subscribing for those of you that have already. Let's see then. I'm going to go over to the live chat now. Let's see who's here. So we're kicking off. We've got, oh, wow. Katrina B, you were early, my darling. Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. You were very early. What was this? Not sure. Hope all is okay. I've been subscribed since 2018. I know, right? You remember the old days when this was a makeup channel and then everything slowly went a bit wibbly and then we found our feet on the two different channels, didn't we? But yes, hi, Katrina. You were around for Christmas when I was doing the, what's it called on YouTube where they do a video every day for Christmas? What's that called? Freak Out December. No, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's not Advent. That's something else, isn't it? What's it called? Oh, I can't remember. Vlogmas. God damn it. Yes, Vlogmas. You were around when we did Vlogmas. And I did it for 1 year. I did every single... I could not imagine now doing, recording, editing and uploading a video live every single day to get it up for the next day like I was doing. Bonkers. Bonkers. And I think I did about 28 of the 31 days or the 30 days. That was absolutely bonkers. Sameeva Rabbani. Hello, Sameeva Rabbani. Hi, welcome back. Hope you're well. Patricia, hello, my darling. Evening all. Hope you've had a great week. I've had a very interesting week. It's been an up and down week, but more ups than downs. That sounds so smutty in my head. Debbie's here. Hi, Debs, my darling. I hope you're well. Ed is here. He's our Facebook moderator today. So if you're watching this on the Facebook, you can put comments over on the YouTube channel. You can put comments on Facebook. They both come up to me live. But if you want a reading, you do have to make sure you are subscribed on the YouTube channel. And be warned, everybody on Facebook, invariably, we get con artists trying to scam you and say, I'm really drawn to you. I'll give you I'm really drawn. Just send me your bank account, your PIN number, your social security number, your NHS number, your national insurance number, your mother's maiden name, your previous 3 addresses and where you grew up. And also if you had any pets, what your first 5 pets were. Just give me all that information. Then I'll give you a tarot reading. Don't do it. They're scammers. 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 We don't do scammers on this channel. So yeah, don't do that. Who else is here? The Major is here. Good evening to the Major. She is our chief moderator, our major spanner. If you wonder why we call them spanners, it's not an insult. It's because if you look at the chat, the ones that are moderators have got a little wrench next to their name. Now, I'm about as technically minded when it comes to DIY and tools. Like there's only one tool that I'm an expert in, if you get my meaning. Yes, do you know what that tool is? I was trying to get an example here. It's a spoon for my coffee. That's the only tool I'm very expert at using because I drink a ridiculous amount of coffee. But yes, so that tool, I always said it's a spanner. Apparently it is a wrench, but that's why they're called the Spanner Squad on this channel. So yes, and our lovely Major is the head spanner, chief spanner, major spanner. We've also got Crystal Rose. Hello, my darling. We've got Seti the Redcap. I think that's our lovely Seth. I think that's Seth. Welcome back, Redcap. Long time no speak. Hope you're well, my darling. It's been a long, long time since we've seen you. There's our lovely Kirsty. Look, the Kitchen Witch. She is here. Oh, Nanette's here from the We've got loads of people in tonight. The Entertainment Hideout. Nanette is here. Nanette's got a YouTube channel. She does a lot of live stream content as well. Go and check out Nanette's channel. Ed, look at that. Ed is there on YouTube and on Facebook. That's amazing. Oh, thank you very much, Crystal Rose. I look stunning. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. It is such an important day today. It really, really is. So yes, thank you. Wolf Boyo's here. Hello, my darling. How are you? Hi, everyone. Just sat munching on Ben and Jerry's chocolate brownie ice cream. Oh, with banjo. I was like, with banjo flakes, with banjo flavorings, with banjo playing with his toys. Banjo is it? Banjo's a cat, isn't it? I'm sure last week I said Banjo was a dog, but I think Banjo's a cat. He's been ill this week. Oh, no, dog. Poor puppy. There you go. You see, it was going to be one or the other. I was always going to get it wrong. Oh, it's still been crazy, even though he's been poorly. Bless him. Yeah, please be warned. The YouTube gods don't like us using emojis, so I think if you can use like 3 or 4, that's fine. Otherwise, the comments are held and YouTube goes, it doesn't like it very much. So yes, could you have a reading, please, my darling? Redcap, just oh fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Your mother passed on Remembrance Day, and you'd love some cards on how I can move forward in life. I want to make her proud. Oh my God, my darling, I hope you are okay. Oh my God, our heart goes out for you. It really does, my darling. Take time for yourself. Just take time. Oh my God. But yeah, we will certainly get that. We will certainly get that on for you, my darling. The list will be opening very, very, very soon. Matt, yes, we call you Matt, not Seth. I don't know why it says it's because it says Seth here, and I was reading that as Seth. Hopefully can now see 12 days of Christmas vlogmas. Oh, I wonder, I might try 12 days of Christmas this year. I might try that. I'll have a go. I can't promise anything. It's all going to depend. You need more than blessing this week, but who cares? I'm still stood proud. Lisa's last reading was so spot on. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much. I love it when people come back and say that I was spot on. The person last week whose reading we did, and it went on, and it was really super intense. That person I spoke to in person on Tuesday, and wow. Yep, neither of us had a conversation about anything to do with anything, and that was super weird, that conversation. But yeah, Rabina Sahanta's here. Hello, my darling. It's Sir Matt. Yes, I know it's Sir Matt. The chat's just jumped. Yashvi, you can get a reading, my darling. Yashvi, you can get a reading, my darling. You need to just wait a second. We're opening the list in 2 or 3 minutes. The lovely Kirsty will tell you that the list has been opened and how you get a reading. You've always loved you from the early days. Oh, thank you. Great to see new mods in supporting, but always sending my love to you both. Oh, thank you, Katrina, my darling. Rufus is doing really well. The health update on the other channel, have a look at him. He looks so slim, he's lost so much weight. He's doing absolutely amazingly well. It's 3 tops on the YouTubes. Oh, what? 3 emojis. Thank you very much. Latoya, you can get a reading. Oh, look at that. The readings are now open. Look at that. Thanks very much. So the readings are now open. So if you want a reading, let me just change the doodahs. Thank you, Kirsty. I'm going to change the doodahs. I'm going to do, hang on 1 second. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. This is only my 2nd coffee of the day. Let's turn those off. Let's put the banner on. Here we go. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. I am not a professional in any of those areas. I have got some qualifications in some of those areas, but I'm not a professional. You must be 18 years of age or over to get a reading on this channel. And please be aware that everything we say on this channel, from the minute we go live to the minute that it stops, is available publicly on the interwebs. Now, what that means in practical terms is that even if I delete these videos tomorrow morning, there is a record somewhere with things like the Wayback Machine, with all of the bots, with all of our information constantly being combed through. Any information that is out there forever. So please do bear that in mind. If you do want a private reading, you can go across to fiverr.com/beyond authentic, where you can in fact book a 3-card reading, a 6-card reading, or even a 10-card reading. And if you do want a 10-card reading, I do have a little discount code. Now, I was only going to do this for the summer because I was planning on having a specific thing in the summer that, again, my health stopped. But so I've carried it on. So there is a Fiverr discount, okay? So if you do want a full 10 card reading for the price of a 6 card, save yourself a few quid, times are hard and friends are few, you know what I mean, then this is what you need to do. Yeah, the Beyond Authentic is spelled exactly the same as it is on this channel. The I in authentic is the number 1. Right then, so the list is open. So how do you get a reading on this channel? What you need to do is put your word question at the beginning of your question and then put your question in. Once that comes through to us, we will have a list that is sent across to me via Instagram from our wonderful spanners. Kirsty, the amazing kitchen witch, she will send that across to me, and then that will sit there on my screen and I will get to you all in turn. Now, we do have a couple of people in from last week that we weren't able to get to. So if those people are in today, then they will absolutely get first dibs. Okay, so let me just have a little look-see. Right, so thank you very much. The lists are open. Right, so we've got requests coming in one after the other. We do have 2 people from last time, Yolande and Trisha. If you are here in the live chat, please do come and say hello and we will make sure that you are on the list. Okay, so that's all that you need to do. Right, okay, let me just have a look. The chat has gone absolutely bonkers. Lots and lots of people. Is bio oil any good on cracked feet? Do you know what, Ed? I don't know. Ed's asking, does anybody know bio oil? You know, the stuff that's good for scarring and stretch marks and things like that. Is that any good for cracked feet? What did I use? Urea. You can get this stuff. It's called urea. You have to get it from the doctors because it's basically made out of boiled piss. My whole life is around piss these days. Literally, most of my conversations have been around for the last year, have been around bladder, pee, piss, pads, all of that stuff. So yeah, basically it's urine. It's boiled urine. It's the active ingredient in that, apparently. I think it is actually still used. That is what they still use, is urine. But anyway, it's called urea. It's a thing that you can get from the doctors. It helps cracked feet no end. Right then, let's have a little bit of a look. The major's saying use Flexitol. Flexitol. Don't know what that is. It sounds like it sounds like something, don't it? I don't quite know what it sounds like. But anyway, we are going to start some readings. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce you all to the dragons. Now, you don't see the dragons. The dragons are basically thought forms, egregores, servitors. If you know higher magic, that's basically what they are. They are basically programmable thought forms that have autonomy. So they have now got their own autonomous thing and they have their own creation. A bit like if I say to you Santa Claus, right? You have an image of what Santa Claus is, don't you? That is what you have an image in your head. Probably it looks a little bit like that. Yep, a little bit like that. Jolly man, beard, quite round, red and white jacket. 100 years ago, it would have been green. Years before that, it would have been a very different kind of figure that was associated with Christmas. That changes as people's perception of magic changes. A little bit like where my dragons are. They now have the form of dragons because that's what we refer to them on this channel. And they are, in a sense, elemental energies. And that elemental energy has the 5 parts. So we've got 5 different dragons. And generally speaking, we have 3 or 4 that pop up on this channel, and one that if he ever pops up, it means holy fuck, run, grab one of each animal, run for the hills. Yep, that's what you need to do. So the dragons I have to welcome by ringing a bell. I don't, but that's what we do now. So the bell is basically a cleansing sound. So the vibrations cleanse the air around us. I've already smudged the room and done all of that. So this is a magically safe environment, I guess. That's what it comes down to. Right, so now all of that is done, we are going to crack on and get some readings done. So the deck I'm using once again is the Vice Versa Tarot deck. This has become probably one of my favorite tarot decks ever. It's an amazing tarot deck. If you've never seen it, it's basically got your standard images on one side, and then on the back of the card is literally the back of the card. so it shows you the same image from a different viewpoint. Now, in a lot of times, a lot of standard tarot, the back of the card is plain, and you would read a reverse meaning. So in other words, the card would have one meaning that way and one meaning this way. In this deck, because it does have this wonderful back, it's a really incredible way, an incredible tool to do things like this. So yeah, so that's what we're going to use today. Right then, I'm going to crack on. Patricia is saying, don't use the foot masks to remove hard skin. They do remove the hard skin, but also the top layer of skin. Couldn't walk for over a week. Yeah, I had a similar experience, actually, my darling. I had one of those ones where it just peels, and it peeled for days and days and days. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. I felt like does anyone remember in Game of Thrones when they got grayscale? That's what it felt like. Oh, it was horrid. But anyway, we've got some readings in, and we're going to start right now. So I'm going to press my little magic doodah, and we're going to do some timestamps, and we're going to get cracking with the knacking right now. Don't forget, if you would like to support myself on this channel, there is a way you can do it. Like this.
Hi, this is Lisa. You're watching Beyond Authentic, Weird and Witchy. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding your bell, and make sure your settings are changed to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time I upload a video. But if you would like to support myself and this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can in fact buy me a coffee. That's also where full details of our brand new Coffee Club Crew channel memberships are, including members only content and exclusive perks. Thanks so much for those of you choosing to support me.
Yes, indeed. The Coffee Club Crew got the health video up last week. They're going to get the update first as well. And they got the full unedited version of the health video, which was about 36 minutes long. Proper major long video. Right. I've got the list up in front of me. We're going to get cracking. And the first person that we are reading for is... Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong bit of the list. That didn't work well, did it? It's Debbie. It's our lovely Debbie. Debbie, if you're here, can you just confirm it? Just say hello. Oh, gosh, hang on a second. I need to move that one to there, move that one to there. There we go. That's how I normally like it. Can you just come and say hello in the live chat, Debs? Just say hello, and I will crack on with that for you. So, yes. Just say hello in the live, and I'll do that for you. Let's just make sure she's here. There she is. Hiya. Right then. So, dragons, good evening. We're back with another Sunday session. Oh, we've had a card jump immediately. That was one card jump immediately. So, right. Okay. Let me explain what it is when a card jumps. Right, I don't believe that that was the card. I've been shuffling them, and it's the bloody Ace of Pentacles. It really did want to come up. Right, so the card that jumped was literally the Ace of Pents, but it's come up this way rather than this way. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles is your modifying card. I can't believe that card jumped. That is incredible. Right, okay, let me put it there. So, can you see it there? Not really. Oh, you can now. So the Ace of Pentacles is basically so Pentacles is money, is how I read Pentacles. Pentacles, discs, coins, it's all the same suit basically. So that means that there is a financial or work-related element coming in. Now, in terms of what the aces mean, it normally means a new project. Now, there is something here that's happening, because I would say both of these are quite positive. If you look, the side that's effectively the back for you, the side that didn't come up, looks countryside, and the side that has come up for you looks urban. So this is saying to me that there is something, I would say this is more work related and this is more pleasure related. So there is something here in regards to either a job or in regards to something what's that? As part of following Lisa moved to another parts of life, and rather than being told how much we cannot join in due to date, I know you have Katrina, please don't I don't know what's happening in the chat, Katrina, but just hold off a second. Let me do this reading, and then I'll catch up and see what's happening. Hold off, my darling. Just let me do this reading, and then I'll get the mods to tell me on Insta what's happening. So this Ace of Pentacles looks to me like it is about some sort of urban project, something that you are starting. Possibly, I don't know if this actually connects, Debbie, but this is something possibly related to learning. I don't know why. It looks to me like these two people are going into this building to go and learn something. That to me is what this signifies. It's like Swarthmore College in Leeds, which is where I went to do some counselling courses, a sign language course, things like that. And I don't know why I'm thinking of Swarthmore, but again, I've learned very much on this channel to go with it and just to go with what's happening. So this is saying, I think there is some sort of new project that you are thinking about, whether it's something you've actively started yet or not, I don't know, but it feels like there is something new in the realms of work, career, finance, that sort of field, but involves you learning something. Now that's going to be interesting to see what cards come up for you. So especially because we've got very wispy energy. Now wispy is the air dragon, and the energy that wispy brings is quite light-hearted, but also can be quite changeable. So it almost feels like you're not sure which direction that you want to go in with this. Right, let's do your drop. Again, with this deck, the only downside I found to this deck is that when I'm shuffling or when I'm doing the drop, are you finished? I have to look directly at the camera or anywhere that isn't the cards, because there isn't a back, I always have to flip my cards over so that they're face up. So with this deck, there is no such thing as face up or face down. So that's something just to bear in mind. Wow, okay. We've got, so I always talk about tarot being split into two sections, the major arcana, the minor arcana. The major arcana are the shouty cards. Those are the headline cards. Those are the ones that is literally your newspaper headline. The minor arcana become the nuts and bolts, the meat of the story. Okay. So for me, the shouty cards are the ones where the deck is really trying to make you pay attention. The minor cards are the ones where they're filling in all the details. There are some exceptions. And now your first card that's come up in the past, so this is a recent past, this is up to 6 weeks in the past, up to 6 weeks in the future. That sort of 3-month period is roughly about as far as I go either side, just because for me, if you go longer than that, it can get a bit wibbly because timey-wimey stuff. So we've got the Ace of Wands coming up in your past. Now, Wands is all about security. Now, I don't mean bricks and mortar security. It's not necessarily your home, but it's where you feel secure and how you feel secure. Now, that looks a lot darker, a lot more. This is quite positive. New dawn. So there was a dawn included here on this card, which basically for me signifies new starts. Again, the ace is always a new project, so it feels like there is something happening for you in terms of work, in terms of wanting to progress somehow, and there's this new kind of feeling of feeling a bit more confident, feeling a bit more secure in yourself, and feeling a little bit more kind of, how can I put it, feeling a bit more just a bit more, a bit more confident and a bit more ready to go. You're ready to do this now, whatever that is. But this is something that's happened recently. So this uptick is something where it's almost like, and I need to be really careful what I say, because obviously I know you a little bit in real life, but it's almost like there's something here that you are getting past, getting over. It's not rebuilding, but building on from. Does that make sense? There's something here definitely, because the Ace of Wands, for me, it's kind of that moment. So, oh God, story time. In 1904, when I was 38, no, I'm joking, but on my 38th birthday, I had some teeth knocked out. I was at LGBTQ bar, and somebody said, again, apt for T-Door, somebody said that they didn't mind gays, but they hated effing T word, and decided to punch me in the face, full pout, and I'd had a couple of drinks. I was celebrating my birthday, so I couldn't duck or move or anything. Took the punch full on, straight in, boof. Lost my top teeth, lost my bottom teeth. Absolutely horrendous. But that moment was the lowest I've ever allowed myself to go in terms of feeling like about myself being trans. Since then, that's like do you know what? you. I'm living this, I'm doing this. And there's been wibbles, but that moment was kind of like my Ace of Wands moment. So it's kind of that moment of rebuilding, reconnecting, and you have that moment, and you basically, you I don't know why I'm punching, but you take it and then you swivel, and not like that, but you literally, you take it, you move, and then your life then goes down a different direction. And it feels like that. I don't know why it feels like that, but this is definitely something to do with this learning. So is there something you've done recently where you've gone, I can do this, or I can get this qualification, I can study this XYZ, whatever it is, there's something there. That's something you need to follow, because in the now position, we've got the High Priestess. Now, this is the back of the card, but I will show you the front. So this isn't how yours has come up. So the front is quite, she's a bit of a cold bitch, basically. She's a bit of a cow, this one. But the High Priestess is all about power, but knowledge. So it's the High Priestess, so it's the brain element. So it's not like the Empress, which would all be one of my favorite cards, which is always about, you know, compassion and empathy. The High Priestess is about growing knowledge, and she's come up in your present position, but she's come up flipped. Now for me, this is saying is that whatever this is, the knowledge is there. You have the knowledge, you absolutely do have that knowledge. You just need to focus it, maybe, or you just, yeah, you need to focus it, you need to target it. So whatever this is, whatever you're planning with this ace here and this ace here, there is this new project, and at the moment it feels like you're dipping your toe in. You're not sure whether this is the direction you want to go, but if it's something to do with learning and stepping into a leadership role, because she is a leader. That is who the High Priestess is literally, she is a leader. So if there's something that you want to do around that, and you want to get some training, then that's where you need to go, because that's what this is saying. This is talking about a financial, a work related. This is talking about confidence. Now in your excuse me, in your future, we've got another reverse card, but this is quite a positive reverse card. I mean, I'm saying the High Priestess isn't, but this is the 10 of Cups reversed. So this, if you look at it, we can hold it up there, look, this is the 10 cups here in the water, because the cups is a water suit. On the front side of the card, we've got a loving couple getting a little bit jiggy in the sand. Don't do it in the sand, guys. Don't do jiggy in the sand, because the sand gets everywhere. Nobody likes a sandy crack, you know what I'm saying? But look at that, lovely rainbows and stuff, but you've got this bit. Now this is actually really interesting, because this is saying it's following your heart, because we've got the cups, but also this represents ambition, and this represents something. So this isn't a tangible something. This isn't like, quite often the cups comes up and it's about friendship, or it's about you know, jiggy, it's about romance and that sort of thing. This isn't about that. This is about your like proper sense of where you see yourself going in a positive way. So this is a really, again, a really positive card. So whatever it is that you've got percolating in the back of your mind at the moment, Debs, it's really saying, look, if there is a course involved, if there is a new start involved, if there is an element of doubt in you of whether or not you have the leadership, I don't know why it keeps coming back to leadership, but whatever this is representing, because the High Priestess is always going to be leadership, okay? So it's always about taking followers with her on her path that she dictates. So it's always going to be about that. So if there's something here that you are wanting to either grow that area, or look for work in that area, or look for, you know, especially if there's something around college. I'm going to pull you one more card. I'm going to pull it from the middle. Right then, dragons, we want a very distinctive single card to give us an idea of exactly what this is relating to. One card. I'm just going to do a riffle. No, I'm not going to do a riffle. Okay, they don't like that idea. It's a really weird sensation when you are connecting with the dragons, with these elemental energies, not that they're actual dragons. Right, let's have a little flip. Right, one card, that one there, and I need to flip it. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. Right, okay, so you've got the High Priestess, which is a strong female leader. You've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up. Now, this is all about getting to that. Again, it's the Queen position. It's about taking on that extra role. But also Pentacles, coming up with Pentacles here. This is your modifier. This is the one that's coming up in the, like, what everything is about. Queen of Pentacles is about gaining money, gaining power, and gaining, yeah, it's about money. It's about kind of taking on that role that is going to get you a decent standard of living. Because literally, look at the Queen here. Although she's on a, like, if I show you the back, look, that's what she's sitting on, an old rock throne. But look at her. She is festooned in lovely flowers and a big gold coin, and she's wearing antlers, and she has her own personal hawk. Is that probably? And she's got it. You know what I mean? She isn't kind of modest here. In a lot of decks, the Queen of Pence would be decked out with gold and jewels and all of these things. But this is absolutely all about abundance in terms of financial abundance. Very similar to the Empress, except this has more of a financial leaning again. So of the three cards that you could have that have a similar meaning, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the Queen of Pence, they kind of all double bubble, toil and trouble. They kind of really do go together. So yeah, anyway, I hope that helps, Debs. I don't know what it is you've got planned, but if there's anything that you're looking at, if you're picking up the job paper, or if you're looking at, you know, especially if you're looking at new courses, especially if it's something that you've looked at, and if you think the start date's gone, it hasn't. There's another date. There's another date, because the 10 of Cups coming up there in your future, and because of the Queen of Pentacles coming up in the future, there's something at the moment with the High Priestess being flipped where you're thinking you've missed it, but whatever this date is, it hasn't happened yet. Or there's an extended date, or there's a something like a new intake, whatever that is, whatever that means, my darling. I hope you can take it. I have no idea. You'll have to tell me when I see you at the warehouse. I've got no idea if that makes any sense, but hopefully it does. And that is your reading today. So yes, thank you ever so much for coming in. Stick around for the rest of the live stream if you want. See, this is where it is just my poor shuffling. I was about to say handling, but not handling. But yes, stick around to the end. Feel free. And anyway, there you go, my darling. I hope that helps. That is your reading right now. So thank you very much. Let's have a look at the live chat then. Right, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this swoopy for live chat. Right, so let me just have a little look-see. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know what's going on there. Right, okay. Okie dokie, fantastic. Okie dokie. Right, so the next person on the list, where is my chat keeps jumping around on me. The next person we've got is Crystal Rose. Oh my God, I love your question. Crystal Rose has said, general, please, anything the dragons want me to know. Oh, love the fact you know they're the dragons. Then the pandemic came out. No, Patricia. No. You've got a feeling like you had in 2019, a feeling something was going to happen. Then the pandemic hit. Just have to hang in and hope. No, we're not going through that again. We're not doing another pandemic. No, we refuse. All magical witchy stuff, all magical witchy folk, we need to now be sending positive vibes out into the universe. We're going to carry on in a really positive way. 2023 is that's where we're going now. 2023 is it. That's a good year. It's a 7 year. 2 + 0 + 2 + 3 is a 7 year. Sevens are really good, really lucky. So we're going to have a 7 year. 7 years are good. Let's just not jinx it, okay? Not jinxing it. Sevens are good. Crystal Rose is here. Hello, my darling. Right then. So, darling dragons. Crystal Rose is here. I'm going to do your reading right now. I almost did it without the swooshy swoosh. We'll do the swooshy swoosh first. That looked terrible because I had the comments still on. Anyway, never mind. I hope it makes sense. Right, can I also turn my banner off now? Yes, I can. There we go. So, Crystal Rose, you are here, my darling. The dragons. Crystal Rose is here. Little Miss Budget, good evening, my darling. I didn't see you in on the live. How are you, my sweetheart? Big old mwah, big love and big hugs to you. Mods, spanners, that's the word. I nearly said dragons. Sorry, this is only my second coffee of the day, so I am a little bit struggling. The ADHD is a little bit rampant at the moment, stress. But dragons, fuck's sake, mods. Could please one of the mods put the link? In fact, Ness, if you send it to one of the moderators, either Neat or Kirsty or someone, if you can send it to one of the moderators, put the link to your GoFundMe thing or whatever it was on. Put that on the doodah, please. I might have sent some money anonymously, so do that on the thing, and we can get that across to you. So, our lovely friend, Little Miss Budget, Ness, bear with me 1 second, Crystal Rose. So Ness, who is a very, 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 very good friend of the channel, both my channels, and a very good, she's one of our amazing authentic army. So if you scroll down on most of my videos, you'll see there's a big block where we've got links to other channels. Those channels are people with very small channels, micro channels, and we want you to show them some love because they are some lovely, wonderful people. Little Miss Budget, Ness, is one of those lovely, wonderful, wonderful people. She really is a genuinely lovely human being. I've got a lot of time for Ness. Now, unfortunately, her cousin passed away recently, and as well as dealing with grief and all of that means and all the things you have to deal with, it's having a really major knock-on effect financially, because unfortunately Ness was a carer, and it's really having a huge effect on them as a household now, as well as having to deal with grief for the loss of a loved one. So there is a GoFundMe. I would totally recommend, if anybody can help out, please do so. I know that Ness is very, very proud, but you know, times are hard and all of us struggle, and if we can help one another out when times are extremely hard, that is what being a compassionate human being is all about. So if the mods can just link to that, please. And I know Ness hasn't asked me to say this, and I've probably spoken out of turn, but she is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being. And if anybody is able to just send even a £5, it will make a huge world of difference and help them out no end. It really, really would. So yeah, once again, I am calling on the love and compassion of the channel and the channel members. If you can help out a fellow YouTuber who is a bit like us, too small a YouTuber to ever get any funding really from YouTube, but also somebody who puts their heart and soul into their content and is just generally a lovely human being. So if you're able to help, please, please do. I'm not getting emotion. I'm not getting emotion. Can't get emotion. I'm a hard-nosed bitch, remember? So yeah, no emotion. But if you can, please do the thing. Please do the thing. Thank you very much. Right then, let me just have a look. There we go. Thank you. Kirsty's put it on the doodah. So yes, please do if you can. I'm going to star that in the comments, so I will keep linking back to it because I've hit the star button now, so I will keep linking back to that. Tina Haig is over on the Facebook. Tina Haig, I can't read what the letter is. Hogue. You're on the Facebook, my darling. You do need to come across to the YouTube channel and hit subscribe. So do please come and do that. Once you've done that, we can possibly get you in if there is space for more readings. The channel details are just there, and you do need to hit that subscribe button. Right then, Crystal Rose, sorry about that delay, my darling. It was super important that we help out a fellow human being who is, as the GoFundMe says, fallen on hard times. An incredibly lovely lady, and yeah, please help her out if you can. Anyway, Crystal Rose, right, I'm getting back to your reading now. So then, dragons. Crystal Rose would like to know anything that the dragons would like to pass on. So what are the messages that Crystal Rose needs to hear today? Let's have a little look-see. So then, dragons. There we go. A nice clear space. Dragons, what is the message for Crystal Rose this evening? Is there anything that you would like to pass on directly to them? If not, we'll just have a general reading, a general 3-card reading, looking at the previous few weeks and the next couple of weeks to come. Right then, that's what we got. We haven't got a modifying card, so the dragons aren't like, ooh. So we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening. And your drop, there we go. That's the drop. And then again, looking directly ahead, so I don't see the cards and pre-pick them or whatever other people accuse us of. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay. Right. So once again, remember, the major arcana cards are the big headline cards. The minor arcana are the information. That's the nuts and bolts of the story. So to start off, we have in your recent past position, we have the Lovers. Now, this is what the Lovers would normally look like. You've got it coming up like this, which means it's always going to be a physical thing, although I do think that these two look like they're in sort of black and white gimp suits, to be honest with you. But anyway, it is always going to be a physical connection when you get the Lovers, but this is talking a little bit more. It's got a little bit less focus on the jiggy and a little bit more focus on the mental. Now I think that is a wonderful difference, to be honest with you. I really do, because we've got the star here, and we've got the symbology inside, and we've got the urns. There's a lot going on in this card. You do have this sort of burning bush. No, it's not like that. You don't need Vagisil. But we've got a burning bush here. So this is really talking about there being a strong, passionate connection that you've had recently. So this is a really strong connection. Now, again, it could well be a proper jiggy connection, or it could be something else. It could be something that's on a different kind of level. So if it is that, then it's interesting for what's coming up. I do think that this is more, I really am getting this sense of there has been an awakening of your lust for life. Does that make sense? Rather than it being about your lust for someone, it feels like this is a lust for life thing, and that this love, it's almost like it's oh, how can I put it? It's almost like you've become a born again Christian or a born again witch, or it's like you found the thing, the passion that sparks joy in your life again, and it's giving you a lot of comfort, but it's also making you think in a different way. Does that make sense, Crystal Rose? The reason I'm saying that is because, again, this next card, thank you very much, my darling, this next card that you've got in the present, we've got the sorry, I was about to say the 9. It's not the 9 at all. It's the 3 of Pentacles. Look, you can see the 3 there. Now, again, rather interestingly, this card depicts, if you look, can you see, it depicts 2 figures, 2 tradesmen. One has a chisel and one has a book. Now, this is something that is all about work. And again, a bit like Deb's in the reading before, if there is something here where you are learning, if there is something here where you are learning a trade, so we could be looking at things like apprenticeships or BTECs, you know, all of those sort of qualifications around things like that. There's something here very firmly around learning for the purposes of gaining money in like a new job or a new career or a new bonus or a new something. So there's something here around that, because we've got the 3. Now 3s can also be sometimes like the step beyond a 2. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the step beyond a couple. So it can be also relating to family issues around money. But for me, oops, I hadn't finished my coffee then, I've just spilt it everywhere. I was just moving it. But for me, this side here would possibly be more about family, even though there's only one single person. And this side is far more about putting your hands to a trade, being a tradesperson, and learning those skills. Now, where we're headed with this is towards something which is this is a really tough reading to interpret, because we've got Judgment coming up. So this is coming your way. So I think this is possibly linked in with this. So there is something here where you have found what it is that you want to be doing in life. So you found what sparks your joy. It feels like you're now trying to head down that path, and then there's going to be some sort of judgment, so some sort of test, exam, some sort of, you know, bar exam. It's something quite big that you've got coming up in the next few weeks. So this is early 2023, I would say, because I'm not at all getting the impression that this is new. Like, this is not here yet. Also, this version of Judgment is a lot scarier than this version of Judgment, which is like, look how scary, and like that is proper full on, you know. Was it Metatron, the voice of God in Dogma, and also in lots of other angel. I'm not very good at my angelic theories, but this is really talking about Judgment being a sort of a more passive judgment, but also it's talking, again, we've got this three figures here, this family element. Again, like the three that will often come up with the Three of Pence, there is this family element that's here as well. So I think there's definitely something going on where you found your spark. It's got some sort of, I don't want to say it's like a religious thing, but it feels like a religious thing, because we've got this here in the center. It feels like a religious thing, and it feels almost like, see, I said born again Christian. It doesn't feel like born again Christian. It feels almost like you're going off to be a Buddhist monk or a Taoist something. I don't know. It feels very much like that. Whatever this is, it feels like whatever your spark has been sparked, whatever you found joy in, it's something to do with the spiritual in you. Now that can mean witchy stuff like this. It can mean, you know, as I said, born again Christian. It can mean like organized religion, or it could just be the bit in you that is like, it could be rediscovering your love of cleanliness. Whatever it is, it's something like that. But this Judgment thing that you've got coming up, it does feel like you've got an exam. Hang on. Another spiritual awakening. Yes, it really does feel like that. But it's only happened recently, so it's almost like you really have. It's like picking up the runes, right? I cannot read runes. I am terrible at reading runes. I found my system. My system is tarot. I've tried with runes so many times. I've got books and books and books. I've tried, like, people have tried to teach me. I am just horrendous. I use runes in a very different way. So you want to start your own tarot business? Yes, do it. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense then. This is why I'm getting this God thing, this religion thing here, but it doesn't feel like God. And it's why you're getting this trades and learning thing going on, and this Judgment, because I'm telling you, once you open up, you are the biggest and the worst judge of yourself. At least I am. But yeah, that is exactly what this is. So I don't know whether you're doing a course, whether that's a business course, or whether you're doing a like how to learn tarot course. I need to sit down and write my how to learn tarot course. I really do. If anybody wants to help me with that, please do. But I genuinely need help. My ADHD brain, I'll do it tomorrow, she said 4 years ago, when I was still running like tarot parties and also running a charitable organization. But anyway, this Judgment is something which, if you've got a course, if you've got a whatever that is, this Judgment, be kind. It doesn't matter. I do not have a piece of paper that say I can do tarot. I've got 20 years experience of doing it. Oh my god, it's like 28 years. It's not 28 years, 27 years, thank god. 27 years experience. Oh shit, it might actually be 28 years, because it was 8. Yeah, it is 28 years. So I've got 28 years experience from when I first picked up a deck, but I don't ever have a piece of paper that says you are a tarot reader. If you ever want to do those courses where you get that piece of paper, I would say, genuinely, if you've been reading for any length of time, you don't need a piece of paper for that. But what you do need is a piece of paper or some background knowledge in the business side. That's something I myself am really crap at, really crap at. So yeah, the business side, that's why Fiverr is up and down and all over the place, but also health. But next year, hopefully things will be better for next year's psychic circuit. Anyway, my darling, any questions you've got ever about doing tarot publicly, drop me a message on the Instagram, Beyond Authentic, the same as it is there, drop me a message and I'll tell you anything I know, which isn't a lot. In fact, I might do a video on it. But anyway, Krista Rose, thank you very much for your reading. Thank you very much, sorry, for your question. That is your reading for today. Thank you very, very much. I hope that helps. You will have to get a personal reading with you. Want to do a crystal healing course. Oh, crystal healing is really good as well. So what have I got? I've got amethyst and I think amethyst and quartz chips here with my star, and then I've got the pent on this side because I tend to like, if I'm having some crystals, I tend to like a little bit of symbology as well, which also, by the way, brings me to, which side is it? The healing brooch is on. The healing brooch is on. As always, if you see this brooch when I'm wearing it, if you need a little bit of healing energy this week, just think about the healing brooch. It's a lovely six-pointed symbol with pink, blue and white, the colours of the trans flag. And it's basically representing the ambulance service who have done some trans awareness training. So this is a really lovely, like, image, especially to wear for T-Door, but also if it's something that you are looking for a little bit of healing energy this week, just think about that image of the brooch and there is energy connected to it. Equally, if you are this week, if you're feeling tip top and in chipper form, just go, oh, I'm just going to send a little bit of my energy towards the healing badge, and then hopefully that will build up. When it isn't on me, it sits on the altar behind me. Right then, hopefully that will make sense. Let's get to the next reading, shall we? Who is next? Seti the Redcap. Seti the Redcap. Sir Matt, if you are here, my darling Sir Matt, please come and say hello in the live chat. Is the reading free or paid? Ashika, it is absolutely free, but the list is closed for right now, my darling. But if you do want a reading, you can go across to no, not that. Let's buy me a coffee. Where's my Fiverr one? Do I have a Fiverr? Do I have a Fiverr thing? I don't even think I do. Do I? Hang on. You see, Crystal Rose, don't do this. This is a prime example of not being good at the business stuff. Right, do I have a thing that even has it on there? I don't think I do. Wow, that is so bad. Do I not have a thing? Oh, it must be this. That must be on there. Free upgrade to the WhatsApp 10 card reading. There we go. Look, fiverr.com/beyond authentic. That is the doodah. I did say I was crap at business. Oh my God. Yeah, that is the doodah for the doodah. That's the link if you would like a private tarot reading. Anybody can book one. If you do, as I say, if you do use the word weirdling, you will get yourself a little bit of a discount. Right, I am going to have a little look-see now and see who the next cav off the rank is. Look at the steam from my coffee. Look at that. I have my second coffee of today. This one is half calf. So it's a little bit like half a teaspoon of normal coffee, and mainly it is decaf because obviously it's already 8 o'clock in the UK and I need to sleep tonight. So then, Sir Matt, let's have a look. Oh, Blue Chalice Arts is here. Hello, my darling. This is our lovely Holland. Hi, Holland. Look, I've got transfer. If you're wondering what's on my eyes, by the way, everybody, if you missed the beginning, what on my eyes is today is, oh, Seti. That's funny, Ed. That is very funny. That's funny. I like that. What is on my eyes today is the trans flag over the large one. So the blue, pink, white, pink, blue. And then underneath, I have the non-binary flag colours representing my non-binary siblings, because today is T-Door, Trans Day of Remembrance, where we honour the many trans people who have been murdered simply for living their lives, trans, non-binary and gender variant folk. So yes, that is why I am wearing this today, and also why I don't have the usual Empress flag behind me. I have the Progress Pride flag. Not that I can speak. Anywho, by the way, Hollis, Holland has a channel as well, Blue Chalice Arts, and an Etsy shop. So go across to their Etsy shop. They make all sorts of Celtic witchcrafty paraphernalia if you like that sort of thing. Yeah, they've already said there, look, if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. That would be lovely. Thank you. Right then, so Matt, we've got your question. I'm going to crack on with your reading right now. Let's have a timestamp. That'll be interesting, wouldn't it? If I can do it, can I press it? I can. Okay, dragons, so then we know Matt, Sir Matt of the Redcap. That is exactly who it is. You know who we're referring to. And Matt would like a general reading, I believe. Let me just confirm. How can I best accomplish my goals at this time is what Matt would like to know. And we're going to crack on with that for you now, my darling. Matt is also, thank you, Holland. Matt is also... Matt is also basically going through some stuff right now. So yeah, I don't know whether you want that publicized, Matt, but I will make sure that we put that on here. He's not even called Matt, is he? He's not even called Matt. But we decided one day that Redcap in the picture, in the profile picture, looked very much like a friend of mine called Matt. So ever since then, he's been Sir Matt on this channel. Come on, are we doing a drop? Oh, they're not sure the cards tonight. The energy is a bit wibbly. It's a really interesting night for readings. Normally we get all sorts of cards flying, or we get drops that are very, very precise. Wow, okie dokie. You saw me shuffling everything. This is going to be really interesting. So the I'm not sure what the community page is, but thank you, Nate. You got a community page. That's fantastic. So in your past position, Matt, now again, remember this is only 6 weeks back and generally 6 weeks in. Shall I move my coffee so it's not steaming everywhere? There we go. So generally 6 weeks back, 6 weeks forward. So in the immediate past, we've got the High Priestess. Now it came up before like that. This time she's come up face forward. Now the High Priestess is really, as I said before, she is a leader, and she is somebody who is very opinionated, very much does what she says and wants you to do exactly what she says. So she is very much has that dogmatic element. So the fact that she is coming up here in her face on element means that this for me is something which you're very aware of, this woman. So it's definitely a woman in your life. It's again, priestesses tend to be somebody older. I know that you put in the chat about what's happened. I don't know whether this relates to that. It could do, but the High Priestess is also standing between two pillars. Now, one of the things with the High Priestess, and also because it is the second, technically it's the third, but it's the second, is number 2. It can sometimes mean sort of liminality. So the High Priestess can sometimes talk about being between spaces, which is a really interesting side of her. But generally speaking, she's seen as being that authority element of the cards. So she is that dogmatic element. She is very much like the equivalent to the Hierophant, which is that kind of papal, that pope kind of what I say goes. You don't have to be political about it. You don't have to be right. You know, you have final say over a certain thing. And that's the energy that the High Priestess gives us. It is very much that leadership quality, like I was talking about with Debs earlier. Now, so in this instance, she's really coming up very, very strongly in this recent 6-week period because it's coming up in your immediate past. Now, in your present, it's linking into this sense of security. Now, again, this card came up earlier as well. We've got the Ace of Wands, but again, this time round, it's showing you the darker aspect of the card. Now, this is what's coming up in the immediate, and this element is where I think your sense of confidence, because for me, that's what the wands always represent. Your sense of confidence has been really, really knocked. Not just knocked, I think it's been... It's kind of been set on fire by lightning from above. Literally, look, it's I know the lightning's hitting this thing in the background, but it's almost like where you thought things were and what you thought was right for you has been fundamentally shifted. It's a bit like if you close your eyes now, right? In fact, everybody do this just for a second. I know, story time number 2. Close your eyes right now, because you will have an image of the room in front of you as you've now got your eyes closed. Okay, so you will know, in my case, I know I've got the laptop there, I've got the table here, I've got a shelving thing to the left of me here, a little freezer next to me, and I know I've got generally crap just here in front of me, just on this side. But if I move my head a couple of times and give it a little bit of a shake, and again, I'll ask you all to give your head a bit of a shake, like left and right, as if you're doing a big no. Just by doing that, it can feel like you're in a slightly different position. And if you're on a chair, or you're able to just like tilt your head a little bit, see how that feels to you, because it can sometimes feel like the room now is in a slightly different shape. You know it hasn't moved, but just by shaking your head, it can feel like things are very different. And what that can happen, it's like sometimes, imagine your mental shape of your room. Somebody has gone in and they've literally moved the furniture around, so it's all still in there, but it's in a slightly different place, and it only needs to be 2 or 3 centimeters off where you're used to it being for everything to feel very, very strange. And that takes a bit of getting used to, and that's what this card is referencing. It's that feeling of kind of a new issue around security and confidence and all of that, how you know yourself. But it's because this is coming up not this way, it's not like a brand new project, it's something that is affecting from your past, from your recent past, and this is changing you in the now, because this has come up in the present. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. It's your question was very specifically about how can I best accomplish your goals. I think you need to rebuild this confidence, re-establish your place in the universe as you are now, moving forward. Also, we've got the future card, the sort of the next 6 weeks. We've got the 4 of Pentacles. Now this is the reversal, so this is actually happening kind of almost without you knowing. Now if you look here, it's really interesting, because in this case not only have we got the 4 Pentacles, but we've got these 4 engravings, these sort of weird triangles upside down. These are the elements. So this is really saying that the elements of life, the sort of mystical energies, are here for you, right? So all of the elements of life are here, and it's kind of like you need to find a way to tap into, how can I put it, your skills, right? So you've got skills already, whatever those are, you need to tap into them, because what this is saying is, look, you've got your back turned to this at the moment. It's not actually your back turned, because if you were to look at the front of the card, the engravings aren't here. So literally this person is again almost hanging in this doorway, and these, although they look like they're in front of them, they're actually kind of like above their head. So they're not paying attention to these elements, to these tools that you have at your disposal, these skills. So whatever this is talking about, it really is saying that it feels like if this is your mum, then it feels like this is kind of, I don't think this is like your, let me rephrase that. I don't think this is your mum. I think this is referencing the loss of your mum, but it's also if she was quite a dogmatic person and basically helped guide your path. If it's that sort of not Sheldon's mum, who is it? Leonard's mum in Big Bang Theory. You know, the reason Leonard is the way he is because he had quite a dominant mother. And I'm not saying it's that extreme, but it's that sort of, it's in that ballpark, because this is kind of giving us that sense of loss and that adjustment where you're going through now. And then this is that feeling of being a little bit lost, a little bit kind of cut loose, I guess, but ignoring the fact that you do have this skill set on board, and you just need to be able to reconnect somehow and to literally turn your chair around, and it's literally, look, it's there, it's on the other side, right? But you can't see it, and you need to reposition yourself and do what in counseling terms is called reframing. And it's about literally looking at the situation that you are in and reframing it and finding a different way of looking at it. And that's what you're really, really needing to do. So yeah, I really hope that helps in some way. It doesn't feel like at the moment, whatever these plans are you've got, it doesn't feel like you're going to be able to move forward in them until you do start repositioning yourself. However, this is a pentacle sign, so this is talking about finance, career, work, and it is really talking about you moving into that area, and that's coming up as your future. So I think provided you are able to tap into and reconnect with those tools that you've got, whatever this area is, again, it could be like Crystal Rose, it could be turning down the spiritual path because you've got that high priestess energy coming in. So if it is something like tarot reading, witchcraft, you know, ritualistic something, it could be running a crystal shop, it could be absolutely anything. Whatever it is that you want to do, if it's something along this sort of spiritual, weird and wonderful, wicky wacky kind of world, then it's very well highlighted. You just need to find your own confidence, and where you are now, you need to kind of it's not snap out of it, and it's not get over it. You need to find a way through it. That's how it needs to be put, right? Because there's no snapping out of it. There's no getting over it. When you lose people really close to you, or when you lose family members, it can devastate you for years and years and years, and you know, forever in terms of parents, regardless of whether they were the most loving or not, that it can still affect you really, really deeply. And I think that is something that you are going to have to find a way to deal with and make peace with as you do reconnect to that spiritual element, and really take that forward again. And it might not be that you can't do that right now. It might be that you need to let grief run its course, and you need to allow yourself that time to heal from the grief before you're able to actually move forward into that sort of spiritual context, especially if this is what you want to do, if it is something spiritual. I really hope that helps, Redcap. All of my positive, warm feelings go out to you, my friend. I wish you nothing but the very, very, very best of luck, and I really do hope that you get some support, and I really do hope that you are doing okay, my friend. I really, really do. Come back and see us on this channel. You know you are always, always, always welcome. But for now, that is your reading, and thank you very much for your question. Right, okay, comments, let's have a look. Creeping Gaming, can I get a reading? My darling, unfortunately at the moment our list is absolutely full. We've only got another 45 minutes. I'm going to try and get through as many as possible. So hang on in there, because it may well be we've got some no-shows. I've got the strangest feeling tonight that we're going to have some no-shows. If that happens, we might end up opening up some more spaces as we go on. So then, talking about next readings, Sameeva Rabbani, are you still here, my darling? If so, please come and say hello in the live chat. Sameeva Rabbani, if you come and say hello in the live chat, I'll know that you are here, and then we'll be able to get on and do your reading. So yes, Sameeva Rabbani, hopefully you're hearing me. This is your second, sorry, Sameeva Rabbani. Hopefully that's your second call out, so hopefully you can hear us, my darling. Hopefully you're still here in the live. While you're doing that, I'm going to pour I'm going to pour my coffee into my witchy cup, because I don't feel right drinking it from a Costa cup. Although, have you noticed, look, Costa's got brand new cups out for Christmas season. Of course I'm going to get one. Of course it's going to be, you know, a bright red metallic one. Of course, it's me. What else would you expect? Because, you know, coffee is life. The Spice is Life. Name that film. No, don't name that film. Yeah, name that film. The Spice is Life. What is the film? I'll give you 2 seconds. Quick. 1, 2. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. The Spice is Life. Ah, the slow blade penetrates. Your face is beautiful to me, my baron. It is a killing word. Quitsak Sidorak. Mordib. No. Degenerate priestesses. No, it's from Dune, the original with Patrick Stewart, not the new. I haven't seen the new ones. Anyway, yay! Thank you very much, Patricia. Got it. Yay, Patricia. 5 points to you, my darling. We don't say houses here because we don't like bitch face, especially on T-Door. She's been very responsible for a lot of transphobia, but anyway, it lost you, Debs. It's from Dune. Mordib. His name is a killing word. Oh, fantastic. Well, not very fantastic, but it's a very good film for its time. Anyway, Sameeva, we are rabbiting on, aren't we? Let's do your reading, my darling. So I'm going to hit the doodah right now. This is for the lovely Sameeva. Okay, so then a very interesting question. Dragons, Sameeva Rabbani would like to know, what is B's current situation in his marriage versus me? Wow. We'll all instantly read a hell of a lot into that, Sameeva, but we will do the best for you. Marie Pierre, what are you saying? Oh Lord, no, sorry, we work for the other team. Our lot were around long before your lot, so yeah, no. So then, instantly, this is going to be an interesting question, isn't it? So then, dragons, Sameeva, what is B's current situation in his marriage versus me? Right, let's have a look. So then, dragons, Sameeva is asking a very personal question. Oh, that was multiple cards drop. That isn't necessarily a modifying card. That is just me being crap at shuffling. So if we're going to get a modifier, dragons, you've got one more go round with the cards. Okay, thank you, dragons. That was a very definitive single card through all the way there. And we've got, oh shit, we've got the Tower. Oh shit. Oh shit. The Tower is a big card. So when we're talking about headline cards, major, minor arcana, this is a major arcana card. This is a big bugger. Shit. So the Tower is all about what you believe to be true falling apart, everything falling apart around you. It is a very, very, very interesting card. Okay, so you need to be very, very mindful of this. This eye, look at this seeing eye. They're seeing it, right? This person, I can tell you now with this one card, they've got no intention leaving their wife for you. They might tell you that, but if you are the other woman in this relationship, they have got no intention of changing that for you, because this is already burning. This is already, and this isn't their marriage, even though that was the question you were asking. This is about you. So that's the flip side. Look, you can see it's just hitting the Tower. This is the Tower fully inflamed, and the two characters, which I haven't got my glasses on, but I think that's where the two characters are. It might be one there as well, but they have already leapt from the burning building. This is a very powerful sign. As Debbie just put in the chat, look, run girl, absolutely. This is not somebody who is in an unhappy marriage and is going to, you know, an unhappy marriage or a forced marriage or a marriage where they've fallen out of love with each other and they're just there for the sake of the children, and one day he's gonna leave you and then he can live his true best self with the woman that he really loves, aka Prince Charles, King Charles, Camilla. Or this isn't that. This isn't that. This is him getting his cake and eating it too, right? He's quite, this is your expectations falling down around you. So if he's promised you recently that he's going to leave his wife and all of that stuff, he's bullshitting, love. Don't trust him. He's bullshitting. It's a lie. Exactly. Patricia says there, look, escape now before the flames reach you. Exactly. Those flames are coming. I've done your drop. Let's do your cards. We've got 3 cards, past, present, and future. Your past card. Oh my God, what is going on with the High Priestess tonight? We've got the High Priestess again. You've seen me shuffling these cards, right? It's come up again. The High Priestess in this position. This is saying that there is a woman involved that is very, very, very in control of the situation. She is the leader. He may well be a henpecked husband, but she wears the trousers in that relationship. She is the one in control. So she may well know about you being on the other side. She may well know that. She doesn't care because she has him right where she wants him. She is completely and utterly like, he is under the thumb. What?
I'd be gone already.
Yeah. Rufus said he'd be gone already.
Alive, I would have been gone.
I know, right? But in all honesty, whoever this woman is, this High Priestess involved, it could be his mother, could be his wife. She is very controlling. She's got him right where she wants him, on a leash. He can be telling you all sorts of wonderful things. Oh, I don't love her. She doesn't love me. Oh, I'm going to leave her. He will never leave her. She runs, she'll have his bank account details, his login numbers, his PIN numbers. I'm surprised she doesn't read his texts at the end of the night. Like, she's literally got him wrapped around her finger. And he doesn't mind that. Whatever he's telling you, this is bullshit. Where we are right now, we've got the 5 of Cups reversed. So this is the dark side, this is the lighter side. This is literally saying, look at this, we've got 3 cups that have been emptied and 2 are still standing. But from this perspective, the figure can't see what is still there. So this is you putting up with crap because you think you can't get any better. You can get better. Like, if I show you the front of the card, you can see where these 3 cups have gone, and this figure's looking at them going, oh no, my cups of wine have fallen over. Oh, forgetting that there's 2 here perfectly fine. And this way round, you can't even see. Look, this person with a hood can't even see that they're behind. They've got these cups in the back. Everything is sat there. But trust me, this is really saying, like, you don't think you can do better. You don't think that you can get a better situation out of this. Well, actually you can. And do you know what? It might be heartbreaking to lose this guy, but there will be better ones. Because look, oh dear, you've knocked him over. He's out of your life. He's out of my life. Bit of Michael Jackson there. But here in the background, this is your future. You've got these cups still standing. This is a really, really positive thing for you to move forward with. Not everything is lost by this. You'll lose something, but you will gain because you've still got those 2 cups standing. And cups is all about the hearts. It's all about your emotions. It's all about your friendship, your passions, your feelings. So that is still intact. So even if things feel really bad, you're still able to move forward. Especially because in the future, this is coming up in the next 6 weeks. This is you learning to be kinder to yourself and temperance. This is you learning to basically, to pour oil on troubled waters. This is you basically getting out of that situation and moving on in a way that is better for you and brings you that calm life. Okay, so that is what the temperance in this situation is telling you. Look, there's the reverse of it. You can see Dawn, you can see the lion quite happily sat with the, I think it's supposed to be a hawk or a gull, but you can see that, like, this is all about pausing things from on high. The angel is there literally telling you, mix the oil and water, mix this, calm things down, let things go, let things be. And so when you're literally asking the question, what is B's current situation in his marriage versus me? He's happy. Whether you're doing any jiggy or not, he's happy. He's getting what he wants. He's got her on as the wife, doing all of the wifey things. He's got you either as a bit on the side for a bit of extracurricular activity, or a little bit of emotional shoring up, a little bit of blowing smoke up his backside, and him being able to feel the big man because he's got you dangling by a thread. What I would say, my darling, is cut those threads. You are not a puppet. Your name is not Pinocchio. Get the hell out of this situation. That temperance card is telling you right now what you need to do to get out of this. And it's just basically remain calm, think about your needs, and get yourself out of what is going to be a really troublesome situation. Because his marriage is not great, but the situation he's in, he is bullshitting you. Absolutely. And I hate to, well, I was going to say I hate to use bad language, but I don't. I love using bad language. But I hate to put it in those terms, but he really is. He is trying to have his cake and eat it too. And I would not put up with that, my darling. You said it sounds right. Absolutely. More power to you, my love. Oh, no, more power to you, sweetheart. More power to you. Seriously, don't put up with it. You don't need to be a puppet on a string. Like, you really don't. You're not Sandy Shaw in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1960, whenever it was. Like, that's not you. You are not a puppet on a string. Get yourself out of that situation. He knows exactly what he's doing. And he will use, I'm telling you now, the minute you start standing up for yourself and putting yourself first and being a boss-ass bitch, he will use every trick in the tool, because you are not that high priestess in his life. So he has got the strong dominant missus, and he's got you as the plaything, the emotional plaything. Whether that's a physical thing or not is neither here nor now. That is none of our business. But even just as an emotional plaything, he's got what he wants. He's got the the woman in his life who he basically who he sort of, how can I put it, who he follows, who does makes all the decisions, and he's got you as that thing of, you know, look at me, I'm the big man, I can get other women. She's fully aware. She doesn't care. She knows that he's going home to her no matter what. He can tell you all the lies in the whole world. He's probably got kids with her. She very much has him by the short and curlies, if you know what I mean. Anyway, my darling, I hope that helps. I really, really do. But yeah, thank you very much for your question. And that's your reading for today. I really do hope it helps. Right. I'm going to take a slurp of coffee now because I am starting to get a little bit of dry mouth, which is not great. So I need to get more doodahs, don't I? I need to get more thingies. You know what I mean? Like bumpers, they're called. Like this, right? So don't forget, if you haven't already, if you're watching this and you have yet to subscribe to this channel, please do hit the subscribe button. You will instantly become a weirdling. If you don't know what that is, it is just a follower of the weird. Weird is a Norse mythology word, which basically means the interconnectivity of all energies on our lovely planet and the planets and realms beyond. So there you go. All you need to do now is click that subscribe button and become a weirdling. Okay, my darlings, it looks like Yashvi, I'm sure Yashvi left. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look at that. Bloody good advice, Patricia. If you want to be married, choose a good man, not one who's already doing the dirt on someone. Exactly. Leopards don't change their spots. Tigers don't change their stripes. A rat is always a rat, unless they're a show rat that we bred, in which case they're very, very loving. But generally speaking, if a man is already cheating on his current wife, he'll be cheating on you if you became the wife, because he's always after that something extra, unless he's done a lot of soul searching, a lot of changing, and a lot of, but that takes a hell of a lot of proof. Quite frankly, my darling, get shit, get shot, not get shit, get shot or get shit. Yeah, that as well. Leopard never changed its spots. Exactly. A leopard never changes its spots, and an elephant never gets a small nose. And a giraffe never has a short neck, and a turtle never runs a marathon in 3 seconds. All of that, all of the aboves. Anyway, let's go for the next reading. So I believe that Yashvi has actually moved on. I think Yashvi has had to go. So it looks like Lucy May. I've just seen Lucy in the live chat somewhere. Lucy May, my darling, if you are here, please come and say hello so that we know you are here. You're our next cab off the rank, the next reading. Oh my gosh, hopefully you're doing okay, my darling. I will catch up on the Instagram a little bit after this. We are going to film a health update because we have got some quite significant health news from the cystoscopy last week. So I'll be filming that. That'll be on the channel. That'll be on the Coffee Club crew very soon, hopefully tonight. And then the edited version will be on YouTube either Monday or Tuesday, probably on Tuesday, maybe. Hopefully, depends how dead I am tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much. I hope you have as good a evening, excuse me, as it's possible to do, my darling. Take care, lots and lots and lots of love, and we will see you very soon. Thank you for popping in, Ness. Oh, please, you need to wash your hair and shower for work tomorrow. But that isn't your question, my darling. That isn't your question. I mean, if you want the cards to tell you what shampoo to use, then yes, absolutely. But no, I'm joking. Right then, so this is the reading for Lucy May. I'm going to do your timestamp swoosh right now. So then, dragons. Oh, we've had a different dragon energy come in just as I rang the bell. So then, dragons. This is a reading for Lucy May. Lucy May would like to know, will M contact me and reach out in 2023? So what are the patterns showing you right now? So yeah, I will get onto that. I'll get onto that, I'm promising. What are the dragons wanting to know right now. So, no, what are the patterns, dragons, with M and Lucy May? So what is that? Is that going to lead to a connection in the new year? Bearing in mind, we normally only can go 6 weeks or so into what's to come. So I will have a little look-see at that now. Right, we've had a card drop. We've got the Emperor, and the Emperor actually appeared in its reversed form. So this is interesting. So this is the Emperor. I don't know M's gender. If M is male or has very masculine energy, it could well be that this is what that's representing. But this is your clarifying, your modifying card. So this is basically the one that is going to oversee the rest of this reading. Now, the Emperor for me is in ultimate control. Okay, so the Emperor is ultimate control. And the Emperor has basically the deciding say on everything under them. So when I was talking about the High Priestess that's come up, I think 3 or 4 times tonight, the Emperor isn't the flip side of that. That would be the Empress. But the Emperor is kind of the one that runs the political side. So like the Hierophant runs the spiritual side and tells people what to do. And if you don't do that, you're going to burn in hell for all eternity, all of that stuff. But the Emperor is the one who basically moves their people forward, is responsible for the livelihood, for the good of the nation, and for the wider community as a whole. So the fact this has come up reversed doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative. It just means some of the Emperor's motivations, some of the Emperor's moves might be a little bit hidden, if that makes sense. They might be a little bit mysterious right now. It's not that you're seeing the full picture. Okay, so we'll see what happens with the Emperor coming up like that as we go through your reading. But as a modifier, that's really interesting. I did get a reading from you today, Patricia. I'm not often on Instagram, but I will absolutely double check that today. Had a hair there. Right then, so let's do your drop. Let's see what the cards are saying. Is that it? No, it's going to go again. And I think one more time. I can feel it. There you go. Is that it? That's it now. You know when you can just feel a drop, and you can just, sometimes we get a definitive drop. It's like, that's the card. Other times the cards are going, So let's see. Right. We've done the drop. I put that on top, so that's the 3 cards. So again, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at what's down. Thankfully, we haven't got a High Priestess in this reading. So we do have, though, interesting. Wow. Okay, so I was talking before about like different cards have different kind of parallels within the minor arcana. So the Empress, one of the cards that for me links to a very specific side of the Empress is the Queen of Pence. So the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Pence, the pentacles, discs, coins, is the financial abundance element. The Queen of Cups can sometimes have a similarity in terms of like emotions. For me, it's not really a connection to the Empress. This, however, is quite a strong connection to the Empress, and it's about that sense of security, because Wands is all about your sense of self. Okay, so this is about how you see yourself, how confident you are, and about how you treat yourself, basically. And I think in the recent past, this has been a really good thing, because I feel like you've grown in confidence. You've kind of blossomed, if you like, into yourself. And it's one of those positions where quite often we can do that. Like we can actually discover parts of ourselves, incorporate that into our lives, and it becomes a much bigger part than what we first thought it was. Does that make sense? And this Queen of Wands is really talking about being very much secure in who you are, very much confident, but also very connected to like how other people are feeling. So I don't know whether this is like, I'm doing this touchy-feeliness. This is like touchy-feely. And there is that kind of element with this card. She's very much confident in herself without being arrogant. She's very much about, you know, putting her needs forward without trampling on others. So it's a really positive card for coming up in your recent past. Now, whether or not M is connecting with that, we shall see. We've got, again, the Emperor. And what did I say with the Emperor? One of the similar cards, we have the King of Pentacles. So again, this is again quite a how many times can I say again, 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 again? Teletubbies, again, again, again. The King of Pentacles here, look, it looks a little bit scary because it almost looks like he's wearing like a Hellboy type horn, but that's actually the back of the throne. And this is the nighttime image, even though the daytime is reversed. So this is really talking about the King of Pentacles, the King of finances, money. So if M is either richer than you, wealthier than you, or in a position of authority, if it's a boss or anything like that, be warned. Okay, kings in this instance, although we've got the Queen and the King, they are different suits and they're coming with very different energies. The Queen brings that warm kind of wanting everybody to uplift, wanting everybody to do better. It's that kind of confidence, wanting to empower people. The King is far more about dominating control, and that is also about dominating control when the Emperor is reversed like that. So this is the plans that you can't quite see, plans within plans. I see plans within plans. It's another Dune quote. But there are plans within plans here, and there is something going on that you're not being made aware of. Now, it could well be purely and simply because this person is keeping their cards close to their chest. But we've got the Emperor energy, we've got the King of Pence energy. The King of Pence quite often keeps things close to their chest because they're not necessarily 100% legal or 100% moral. Like they're about climbing that ladder, and if they have to step over people, that's fine. Whereas the Queen wants to bring everybody up with them, if that makes sense. If you imagine story time 3, or rather tangent 3. Imagine like a sewer tunnel, right? Not a long one, but one of the ones that's like a tube. Like, so you have to, like in sci-fi and that, where you're climbing up an elevator shaft or something, right? So how you would get to the top, the King of Pentacles would pull people off the ladder in front of them, climb up, climb over them. Oh, there's a little old lady who can't climb anymore. King of Pentacles grabs her foot, chucks her down, keeps climbing. There's a child, King of Pentacles climbs over them, steps on their head to get up. That's the sort of energy that the King of Pentacles has. The Queen of Wands finds a way to flood it from the bottom, but has an inflatable boat under her dress and basically sits on that inflatable boat, and as the water rises, everybody sits in the boat and rises up with her. Does that make sense? There is a very different strategy here. This one, empowering, wanting people to come with. This one, it's all about them and nobody else, basically, nothing else to go on. He's in a higher position than you. Oh, be warned, be warned. Don't date your boss. It's very, no, don't. But the future here, we've got the 5 of Wands. Now, tell me about this card. Do you think, oh yeah, I can see no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th? Oh, it's on the floor. Look there, look, in between the legs. You can see. Does this card look like a happy union? 2 people on this card. Does this look like they're about to hug? Does this look like maypole dancers where they're about to go ching, ching, ting, 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 ching, ting, 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 ting? No. This looks like 2 people about to square off. They've both got their sticks. They're going to try and beat 7 bells of crap out of each other. Even when you look at the reverse on this card, it's not quite as light. I mean, it's not quite as dark as a reversal, because here they're going to fight for their lives when they're about to die with a volcano. So there is something here. I do not think, in terms of if this is somebody that you are working with or working for, it doesn't feel like this is going to go romantic. It doesn't feel like this is going to go particularly well, because you've got this combative energy. Now, as far as the Wands are concerned, this is about security and this is about your confidence. But I think here, as you've grown, and what this is really saying is, if anything, I think it's something that you need to really put behind you and move on from, because these 2, it's a little bit, I mean, look at the colors. It's a bit fire and ice, isn't it? Warmth and cold tones. Like, literally, it looks like one is in day, one is at night. These are opposite suits. these suits do not play well together. There is a clash here, and basically, even though you've got a king and a queen, which you would think would be like quite highly suited, because you've got this clashing suits, because you've got this emperor with his back turned, this dark element, this dark aspect of the emperor, and because your security is coming up as being needed, you need these wands to fight with. This is not a comfy, cozy relationship. If it's something that did progress into being a relationship, you would be at each other's heads the whole time. You would be at loggerheads. So be very, very mindful of that. Dragons, I need one card just to give me an out for Lucy May. So Lucy May, how do you get out of this situation? Dragons, that's what we want to know. How does Lucy May get out of the situation where they like the boss, or they're waiting for the boss to do something? Are we going to have any more drops? I think that's it. So that goes on the bottom. That becomes your card. We need to flip it. It's difficult not to see. Ooh, right. The Six of Swords. Now, that's the way it hasn't come up, right? So that's the reversal. You've got it this way. Now, this means, if you look, these are fresh swords just in the water. And the river boatman, the boatman, possibly the river Styx, we don't know, is actually taking you away from them. Now, swords is about challenges, trouble and strife, and swords is really your obstacles, the things that you need to overcome. And this is really saying that these are in place right now, but these are really fresh, like you've just put them here to the side of the boat, and then this figure is going to take you away from them, head away from that situation. Now, whether that means a new job, whether that means, you know, change of department, or whether that means just that emotional shift, so that when you look at them, you don't think for, you think, or maybe you think for, but no thanks. Because there is definitely going to be this clash of styles there. The other way to interpret this one, just to let you know, is that if these are obstacles, how much are you willing to change? How much are you willing to move from being a fire to a cold, to an ice? How much are you willing to extinguish that warm, loving, empowering part of you and become that more mercurial, that sort of mercenary type energy where you will do it, you will climb over people to get what you want, because that is the sort of connection that he is looking for. I hope that helps. I really, really do. I kind of feel you're asking about, you know, is he going to reach out in 2023? He might do, but only if it suits him. Only if it suits him. And again, a bit like the previous reading, you're worth more than that. Don't sit around waiting for some guy to come and approach you, or some guy to reach out to you. If you get the feeling that this reading is kind of hitting home, then just like, pass, thank you very much, not interested, we're going over here, thank you very much. I am taking my queen south, and I'm taking my throne, and we are getting the hell out of this tin pot kingdom. Exit stage left. You know what I mean? That's the sort of energy that you need to bring. Right, I hope that really does help. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Exactly. It's got that energy. It's literally that energy. And it may well mean, because you've got the person there, that boatman, the ferryman, it may well be that you need somebody else to help you realize that. So whether that's this reading, or whether in fact that's, you know, you need to speak to a friend and just go, what do you think? I think actually like, you might need a friend to help you along that path. But definitely sail away, sail away, sail away. Right, we've got time for one more reading. So I'm going to open the list back up. If you want a tarot reading, get your question in right now. Literally the first person that puts the word question followed by their question, I will get to you next. Because as I see, we don't have anybody else in. So if you want a reading, like literally you have to do it right now as we're speaking. We've got room for one more person tonight. We had one person. Oh, no worries, Lucy. I hope that helps, my darling. I really, really, really do. And thank you for the advice that you were giving to others in the chat as well. It's one of the reasons why we love our chat here so much. But if anybody there does want a reading, then please do pop your question into the live chat right now, and we will get on that for you. If not, I might just give the spanners a 20 minutes or a 16 minute little 40, whatever it is, quarter of an hour. We might finish quarter of an hour early, just for tonight, because yeah, because why not? Because we have we have done 5 readings tonight. We've had 1 no-show. Our 2 from last week haven't shown. And so if that's what we need to do, then that's what we need to do. For the last time, I'm going to shout this out for one more time. If you are able to help out one of our lovely friends on this channel, this is the link. So the amazing, hang on, how can I copy that and post that? Can I copy that and post that? I don't know whether I can. Can I copy and post it? Can I use it? No, I can't copy and paste that. Oh God, that's really annoying. Can one of the spanners do me a favor and copy and paste that again, please? So yeah, if you can do that, would be absolutely lovely. Right, no one else is requesting a reading that we haven't gone through already. I don't do revisits, Debs, because once that's gone, literally I can barely remember who I've read for, let alone what those readings were. It's just the way it works. So can I take that off? There we go. Can we pop that in the live chat? Yeah, so then what I'm going to do for everybody is I am going to do something that we do sometimes on this channel, and it seems, being T-Dot, it's a really good day for doing it. So we are going to pull a Sacred Self-Care Oracle card. Now these, if you've never seen these before, these are Oracle cards, so it's different to a tarot deck, and there's different numbers, different systems. Every single Oracle deck is very different from tarot and has its own numbering system and its own way of being. So we sometimes use these at the start of a reading. It seems that this is a perfect way to use it at the end of a reading. And what we are looking for, I'm going to get the dragons. What we are looking for is a very simple, we're going to do 2 cards. No, go on. We'll do a 3 card. 3 cards for this week ahead, everybody. 3 cards. Now, you don't have to take all 3. You can take 1, 2, or 3. But this is some self-care tips and advice from the dragons, from myself and this channel, for this coming week ahead. And we'll see, because I certainly need to do some more self-care. And so we'll see what the cards are saying. Right then, we're going to do a drop. There we go. And then this time I can actually look at the cards, because this is the back. So there's no twisty flippy flippies. So we're going to do 1 card here. Then I'm going to shuffle again. Here we are, dragons. I know, right? Confusing you tonight, aren't I? So we're going to do 1 again here, and we're going to do another drop. There we go. Definitive drops with the self-care. To see that with the tarot deck, the drops were all over the place. There were like 3 cards, then 2, then 17, or whatever. And with this, we're getting very definitive drops. So your last self-care oracle card for the week ahead. Here we go. And again, because we've got the backs, I've not seen any of these, so this is going to be exciting. So you can take 1, 2, or 3. Let's see what we've got coming up in terms of the advice from the cards of some self-care tips. I like all of these, but I can't do one of them. Right, in fact, I can't do, well, possibly can. Right, so the first one is write a gratitude list. What are you thankful for? I know in America we've just had Thanksgiving. Excuse me, but what are you thankful for? What are you grateful for? Write a list of all those things. Sometimes, especially on the day-to-day, we can get so caught up in our lives being so busy in everything that we're doing, it can be really, really hectic, and we can lose track of the things that actually we're very, very grateful for. So write a little list. It doesn't have to be a long list. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to burp. Hang on 1 second. Let me just turn the mic off. I'm really glad you couldn't hear that. Oh my God, it sounded like something from Jurassic Park, the dinosaur things. That was horrendous. I apologize. But yes, there you are. Look, write a gratitude list. Write it down, whether it's 5 things, whether it's 10 things. What are you grateful for? What are you actually really thankful about in your life right now? What are the positive things that you have learn about yourself? What are the things that you are grateful? I will say I am grateful for many things. One of them, well, I'm not even going to go into what I'm grateful for, but I will say one of the things I'm grateful for, okay, one of many, but one of the things I'm really grateful for at the moment is my partnership with Rufus. I am very grateful that I found somebody that loves me as much as I love them. That is the most wonderful human being, the most accepting and loving and gracious human being I've ever had the privilege of meeting, and somebody who to this day has my back. And that is something which I'm immensely grateful for, and I'm going to get all soppy. Throughout this entire year, I could not have got through this year so far and all of the cancer stuff without him. I'm incredibly grateful for that person being in my life. He is the most amazing man I've ever met. He is the most generous and wonderful partner, and I'm incredibly grateful and very honored that he's in my life. So that is one of the key things that I am incredibly grateful for. The other thing we're going to do, or the other card, is soak in a tub. Well, soak in a bath. I can't do this because we've got a wet room, because we're a disabled flat, because, you know, I'm a bit crap. So I can't do this, but I can have a long soak in a shower with lots of nice smelly bubblies. In fact, my friend Neil last year sent me some pumpkin spice bubblies, and I've still got them. I've been eking them out because, you know me and my pumpkin spice, I'm a pumpkin spice addict almost as much as I am a coffee addict. And so for me, that's my special, like, because it was a gift and because it's a scent that I adore, it's my special, like, this isn't just about getting clean, this is about emotional uplift. And so that's what this is talking about. Soak in a tub, like take a book, sprinkle some petals, have a glass of wine, light some candles, pop your other half in there as well if that's what floats your boat. Whatever it is, soak in a tub, have that me time, have that moment of absolutely being able to reconnect to yourself. And just, if the kids are really annoying you, if work is really shit, if everything's going on around you right now, take that 10 minutes, take that 20 minutes. It's Sunday evening, why not? Get yourself in the bath, have a nice little soak. If you haven't got a bath like me, get a shower, have a lovely shower with all your nice smellies, and pamper yourself afterwards. Do your skincare, do your moisturizers, your lotions, your potions, put your walk cream on, your dried frogs pills, all of that, whatever it is. Take that time to look after yourself. And then finally, the other one, I query this, but this is what it says. Look for fairies. I will adapt that to say look for magical folk, because fairies are not always the people you want to be searching. Be careful about fairies. The fae are a very interesting brand of magical folk, of magical energies. They are very much known as tricksters. They are very, 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 very firmly to be careful of. Just be careful is all I'm saying. But look for magical folk. Look for the toad rings. Look for signs of ethereal spirits around you. Look for a floating white feather. Look for the little flashes that can sometimes, they're called angel lights, that you can sometimes get just at the periphery of your vision, just like over here where I can't really see, but occasionally you'll get like a flash and like a sparkly effect, almost like a transporter beam in Star Trek, a little sparkly effect. So these are the self-care cards that basically have come up for you. Okay, so we've got a gratitude list. I might actually sit down and do this. I've got a nice new journal. Why not? I always start a new journal, I never complete it, but anyway, I could do a gratitude list. Soak in a tub or a bath or a shower. I can definitely do this tonight. Got to take all my makeup off. I'm going to be colouring my hair possibly today or tomorrow, so a nice shower, soaking with all my nice smells, sounds are lovely. And then look for magical folk. Now for me, expand that, get yourself out in nature, look for the little signs that actually there might be more going on than you realise, whether that is just, you know, a fox run. They're always fascinating, isn't it? If you go to the woods and you see a little fox run, you see like a little path and there's little particular droppings, or you might find a badger's warren or whatever it's called, badger's set, that's the word. Look, for me, it's all about crows. You can see one just here. So for me, I constantly see crows and they get me messages and all sorts. So I always see that. And so, yeah, look for those messages, look for those hidden messages from the magical realms. But that is what you are going to do, my darling. They're called optical migraines. They can be, however, angel lights are also a thing. And just because we have a medical name for it doesn't mean that it's not still coming from somewhere else and what's triggering it. I very much firmly believe that one day quantum mechanics will answer what the Akashic record is, how I am able to get knowledge about someone I've never even met and give them a reading that is spot on for their life, being very, very specific. How the hell can I do that when I've never met most of the people I read for, especially on this channel? How can I do that? I've got no idea, but somehow that knowledge is out in the universe and I am able to capture it. One day, scientists will be able to say, but you see, this is the quantum field and it's in flux. And actually, because it's in flux, there is a spin a mission on a pull, and that pull is a connection between you and that field, and that is how you're able to access it. And actually, it's a part of the brain due to the pituitary gland, and they will answer it, and then we'll go, oh, that's how it works. Still magic. Not everybody can do it. It's still a wonderful thing that some of us have access to. So they can name all these things. They can give it all proper scientific grounds. But at the end of the day, I still don't understand why an apple falls to the ground. To me, that is still a little bit of witchcraft, a little bit of magic. It's called gravity. I understand that. But it's still an amazing thing that happens. Okay. And so, I mean, I do understand it because it's gravity. But anyway, there you go. That is going to be it for today's readings. And that is going to be it for today's session. Thank you so much for joining me. Apologies to the people that skipped off and you didn't get your reading tonight. Apologies for those of you from last week that weren't here today, even though we said that we would give you a quick little, we would give you priority on today's list. Thank you so much. If you've watched today's stream and you aren't sure yet whether or not you would like a reading because it's on the public channel, you can of course go across to fiverr.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can get a reading. I know this keeps saying 9th of June. Forget that. That's no longer valid. It is still running. Forget that. So if you do want to get yourself a reading, go across to fiverr.com/Beyond Authentic. Also, while I'm here, don't forget, if you want to support myself on this channel just a little bit more, you can go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, spelt like that with an I. That is over there, and you will get exclusive content when we do the new health update. One's gone up on the other channel today. There will be one going up with the results from the cystoscopy. That will be going up very soon, and you will get an unedited version on the Buy Me a Coffee, the Coffee Club crew. And we are still going to do the next sit down Q&A, so get ready for that, everyone. We'll announce it very soon when that's going to be. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Please go and check out the channels that are listed down below. Don't forget, we've got our lovely fundraiser that is happening for Ness, who unfortunately has fallen on some really difficult times after the death of one of her family members, and it's really affected her financially and put her in shit creek, basically. So if you are able to help, please do link, and I'll put a link to that just down below. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much, everybody. I have had a really fun evening, and I will be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. on this channel, and I will be back on Thursday morning at 10:30 on Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty with a Get Ready With Me interactive live. So if you want to alter and have your say on what makeup ends up on my face on Thursday morning, get yourself across to our other channel, full of loads of Slimming World content, beauty content, all sorts of bits and pieces on there. The health journeys on there, lots more bits and pieces. But get yourself on there Thursday morning, 10:30, a slightly earlier time. It will end no later than 12:30, possibly even at 12. But get yourself on there, and I will be there for Sunday. No, I won't. I'll be there for Thursday. That's the word. I just said it. My brain is hurting now. I need to go. And yeah, I will see you all very soon. Thank you to the huge thank you, sorry, to the spanners. You can tell this coffee's got decaf in it, can't you? My brain's starting to unwind. So thank you. Much love to the spanner crew. You're all amazing. Thank you, Major. Thank you to Holland. Thank you to everybody that's popped in. Thank you to Kirsty. Thank you to just literally, I think Kelly popped in. Everybody's been popping in. So thank you so much today for all of your love and affection. Thank you to Patricia. You are always amazing. I love you very much. And I'll see you all very soon. Thanks, everyone. We will see you very soon. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And I will definitely see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Lisa. You're watching Beyond Authentic, Weird and Witchy. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm. And then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding your bell, and make sure your settings are changed to all. That way YouTube should notify you each and every time I upload a video. But if you would like to support myself and this channel just a little bit more, you can always go across to buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, where you can in fact buy me a coffee. That's also where full details of our brand new Coffee Club crew channel memberships are, including members only content and exclusive perks. Thanks so much for those of you choosing to support me.